welcome back to the Rabble of Bois podcast. I'm Rob.
I'm Frank.
I'm Dan.
And I'm Claire.
And welcome back to another episode of the Rabble of Bois podcast, the Robcast. We have special guest Claire on.
Hello.
Like, tell us about yourself. Who are you?
A person.
Very insightful.
Okay. I like it.
I'm a college student, so broke, depressed, the usual.
Hey, me too.
I play a lot of instruments. Yay, I like band.
Hey, me
Yeah.
too.
Claire, you probably play more instruments than anyone else I know.
You play
Maybe.
more instruments.
I don't know
than
about that. Rob's percussionist. So is Dan.
Yeah.
You guys
And I
can,
was that band student who tried to learn all the instruments in middle school and high school, so.
Well, I guess since Frank's bringing up me playing a lot of instruments, I play flute, saxophone, pretty much any brass instrument with a valve or 3 valves or whatever.
So it's not trombone, is what you're saying?
No, not trombone. I don't understand how trombone
Anything else
I
but
play
trombone.
I play a little bit of piano, like not well at all, but like I know the keys, and like if you gave me like sheet music, I could like play it out, but I can't do it like properly, but I don't have proper piano technique. And I was learning percussion for like a minute. I did
What
indoors
happened?
for a year.
It's not for everyone. that much is true. Like there have been people in the same percussion studio in college as me that have left because either they thought it was too easy or too difficult. In both cases were interesting stories to hear. Like, I don't know what kind of human being you have to be to say, okay, like this is too easy. Like, even though you have plenty to learn as soon as you come in. Like, they left as a freshman.
They just quit, really.
Yeah. And every human's different. Everything has a different reason. But that's neither here nor there. So what's been new in everyone's, lives? Like, I have some tea from a job I work at.
Oh, lay it on us.
Okay, I thought someone else was gonna.
I got nothing going on,
Objection.
man.
Okay. So I am a seasonal cashier.
I was going to talk
at
about
Lowe's.
vacation.
Oh my god! If we had a highlight reel, that would be funny.
Sorry, a motorcycle went by my house. I don't know if you could hear that.
Oh, I thought you were talking about like as soon as I started speaking. There might be a delay on Dan's side, but like his words collided at the same time as mine did.
Yeah, dissonance.
Yeah, like anyway. But my internet kind of sucks too. I'm at like what 2-3 bars right now. It ain't pretty. Anyway, right. So I'm a seasonal cashier at Lowe's. This is going to be the last last summer that I'm a cashier at my local Lowe's because I'll be a senior this coming fall. Okay, and I honestly can't believe it. But in the meantime, I have to work beside some interesting people because like the most interesting strange fellows come inside to Lowe's to work for a season, just like I do. And maybe I'm one of the strange ones, probably. But there's this guy. I'll keep his name like anonymous.
Yeah.
But I forgot his name somehow because like okay, so I was stationed beside him on the register beside him, and then immediately he shakes my hand. And I'm like, oh, COVID, but whatever, like. And then he's like, I'm, so and so, and I have a reputation around here, and I'm like, yeah, and he's like, yeah, I'm known as the guy who drinks 6 Monsters a day, and I'm like, but you are. And he's like, yeah. And then he opens up like a can of Monster, and he's like, here's number 2. And then, like, without hesitation, without any air in between, he goes into his aspirations and dreams of and he's like, "Yeah, you know, I want to be an electrician, and then I'll go to the military and be a sniper, and then I'll retire and then be an electrician again." And then I'm just thinking to myself, wow, that was really everything, like all up in my face. But it's like he talks, like, I think I talk a lot compared to like my friend group. Like I'm known for like holding a conversation until someone like tells me like, hey, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's right, I gotta stop talking at some point. But this guy talks and talks and talks and talks and talks, maybe because he has 6 monsters a day, but which I don't believe, quite frankly, because that much caffeine would, like, it's got to give you health issues, you know.
Do you see him? Do you see him drink these?
The thing is, I can't disprove it because I'm not near him quite enough, because every couple of hours my station shifts. Like, no more than 2 or 3 hours am I at a single, you know, cash register. So if
Right.
I'm in like an 8-hour shift, I'm like here and then here. But like, it's like one time he went up to me, and then he's like, you know, I think I'm like kind of a quiet person. And I'm like, no.
You may think
Like,
that.
yeah, right?
However,
Like, it's like, he's like, oh, I'm rather soft spoken. And I'm like, no, you're not. Like, you yell across the registers to talk to someone else, and every customer in the vicinity, even in this loud hardware store, can hear you. And it's like, how much caffeine is in a Monster anyway?
a lot. I mean, he's clearly addicted to some degree, I want to say. I'm no
Clearly.
doctor, but
Okay. 86 milligrams times 6. Jesus Christ, that's 516 milligrams.
now let's put that in context. How much is in like a coffee?
A coffee has like around 95 to 100 milligrams, so it's like
So it's
5
like
cups of
double?
coffee.
Oh, it's 5. Did I hear you
Anyway.
wrong?
I was just gonna say, Rob, when you were talking about how you're leaving your job because you're a senior, I was about to chime in and be like, "Oh, you're old." Well, actually, we're all old. Like Dan, Frank.
We're so young. I don't know what you're talking about. We're literally like 20 something.
Yeah, but like in school years.
Yeah, unless you're going to grad school.
Oh well, no, I'm getting my bachelor's degree and I'm down. School's not my thing. Not that I have anything against learning. Love to learn, you know. And it's the way that
Can you imagine being like, I hate learning?
I like learning about things I like to learn about, but the way college, not just college, but school in general, kind of like forces you to like learn.
No, I get it. It's like, it's not fun, and it is stressful.
Exactly.
You get
It's
tested.
work.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
And then they make you feel like crap if you don't do well on something.
Yeah, welcome to the world of gen eds that you have to do. Like,
Oh my god.
I don't really like them either.
I have a
Unless-
philosophy class.
Frank, I think
unless-
we're in the same one, right?
No,
We're not?
I think we came to the conclusion we're not.
Yeah, it's only unless like the teacher makes the class, I think. Like, if your teacher is really engaged and he provides like a fun reason for learning it, I'm like, okay, I can get behind it. I can tough it out. But if
Right.
it's like,
But if not, then it's just like, bruh, like what's the
Yeah.
point?
I think the material can carry a class a lot of times because you take a music class. If you're really into music, you're gonna like it. You know, you take a math class. Well, who's really into math, right?
math
So
majors.
that's not even true.
You what?
I knew a math major that did nothing but complain about it the entire time.
Oh my god.
I
You
mean,
must have
but
seen-
I'm a science major who complains about the science stuff, so
maybe there's certain parts you like more than others.
I mean, I love music, but I took 2 music history classes and I both thought they were like the most boring.
Oh,
I'm gonna have to take jazz history.
I will say, music history. So there's 3 music history courses. The second music history course is known as like the most boring one, because it's like at a very weird time period where it's just barely not Baroque. So like you have a bit of opera, and like right before cool stuff starts to happen, the
loved
course
it.
ends. Everyone's
No, that was
divided
the
on
cool
it.
part. I love it.
You like opera?
Yeah. In that class, yes. It was. I thought that was the easiest part.
You like to listen
I
to
also
it?
got like a 96 in that class.
Dan really liked it.
What?
You really liked it.
Yeah,
I really like the history of it. I really like the history. I don't listen to it, but I like the history. I
Yeah.
think it's interesting. I'm so excited for Music History 3. I'm so
Oh my
excited.
God. Yeah. Music History 3 is so dense, so densely packed. It's unbelievable how much information.
I'm so excited about it.
Unbelievably
I'm
dense.
sure it's less than AP US History. It's got to be less than A Push.
I don't know, man. But I've
Did
never
you take
taken,
AP US History?
Yeah, I've never taken AP US history, and I'm not a big fan of history because I don't think it matters to me, quite frankly.
Interesting.
Aw,
It doesn't apply to you.
I
You're
love
exempt.
history.
You're exempt from it.
I'm saying my past did apply to me, but that's gone. And the things that are in place in this country to allow me to have, the rights that I do, it's like, all right, that's good. Let's leave them. I'm not making any kind of like political or social statement. I'm just saying it's like space. I don't think space applies a whole lot to me. And
That's interesting. Because aren't you the one that cares a lot about like space travel and stuff?
It's a good thought experiment. I just don't think it applies to my everyday life.
I mean,
It's
yeah,
like,
you're right.
like why would I want to know the geography of the West Coast? I know there's California, Dakota's somewhere. There's North and South Dakota, but I don't know, dude. I
You
live on
never
the East
know
Coast.
when your life might depend on it.
See, I'm kind of the opposite. I've been having a lot of thoughts, like deep thoughts about space.
Like what?
Like, okay, so, well, it's complicated because, it's been a while, but I've been thinking about, like, how space is literally infinite and there are how many undiscovered galaxies and, like, other planets are out there. And, like, I took astronomy the fall semester last year, and like we talked about how there's no life, how the other planets in our solar system can't sustain life, but there are so many galaxies out there, you can't say no other planet can sustain life because we haven't discovered these other planets. And like, this is stupid, but it's a thought. So you know how like they have pictures of the astronauts like walking on the moon and like walking on Mars?
What? They did not work on Mars.
They definitely have pictures of walking on Mars.
No, there hasn't been people on Mars.
Okay, but you know how like the drone was on
Yeah,
and
like
the surface of Mars.
what do they call it? The rover. Yeah, yeah.
Yes. You can't do that with Earth because you can't walk on Earth. You just fall down.
What? What the fuck are you talking about?
Okay, when the astronauts landed on the moon, they were able to walk on the surface of the moon.
Right.
You can't walk on the surface of Earth because you just fall down. You would
Fall
just
down where? What are you talking about?
from the sky. You can't
from the
walk.
sky, but
There's
you
no
land on the
surface of Earth to walk
ground.
on.
The
That would
ground
just
is
be
right
this.
there.
What do you think the surface of Earth is?
Oh my. Okay, never mind. It's just not getting it.
It's the Earth's crust. What is? Are you talking about the atmosphere?
Mars
Yeah, like the
has
atmosphere. You can't walk on the atmosphere.
So fucking the moon has
Oh,
like
you
a
can't sit on
tiny
Mars either.
atmosphere.
Yes, you
I
can. They were walking on the moon, but you
Yes,
cannot
they did
walk.
walk on the moon, but the moon does not have an atmosphere, and Earth is large enough that the gases, due to its large density, have collected
Yes,
outside.
that.
You can't walk on gas anywhere. So I don't understand what the argument is.
But
Oh, maybe
Okay.
she's saying that we can't walk on Jupiter or Neptune or Uranus because
No,
those
she said Earth. Okay.
Okay, listen to me.
Sure.
They have pictures of the astronauts like bouncing around on the surface of the moon.
Okay.
And it's like when they're walking on it, the ground that they're standing on is literally the surface of the moon. You cannot do that with Earth. You cannot take pictures of you walking on the blue part of Earth because then you would just fall down in the water.
Why is this even an argument?
I hate.
It's not
well,
an
just walk on the land.
What are you talking about? The moon doesn't have any water on it anyway. And why the blue part of the Earth? There's green parts too that you can walk on.
YouTube. This is embarrassing.
No, I'm just wondering why you would even.
Okay, you
No,
know what?
listen. If you think you're embarrassed, I think Hannah was. She deserved to be way more embarrassed than you.
Who's Hannah again?
Remember Hannah, the astrology chick?
Oh, that's her name?
Yeah.
I'm sorry if you're watching this that I forgot your name. She wasn't embarrassed though. She was owning it.
Okay.
She did own it. But they were rare points, I will say.
Yes,
All
they're
right.
definitely.
Here's a picture of Earth from space.
The ocean.
Yes.
You cannot walk on that.
Correct.
Well, yeah.
You will
no
just
shit.
fall. But
can't
on the
walk-
moon,
You look at a
but on the
picture of the moon
moon,
and you can walk
you
on
can
it.
walk on that.
But you look at a picture of, I don't know, Florida from space and you can walk on that.
No,
So
you
what's-
can't. You'd be on the ground. You wouldn't be walking on it. You'd be in it.
What? What do you mean? You're in the
want
moon
to-
technically. If you're in a moon crater, are you on it? Are you on the moon still?
You're on
Okay,
the
I think-
surface
I
of the
think I know what
moon.
you're saying.
Not on the. Okay, never mind. I'm done.
I know.
No,
I
no,
know what.
What?
I know what everyone.
What is
saying,
the
and I think this is
surface?
fun. I'm just.
You're
It's
damn
not what you're
it.
walking on. What are you
Dan's
fucking
getting
going on
it.
about?
Dan's getting it.
There's
No,
nothing to
I
get.
get it.
I think I know what you're trying to say. So Earth and Mars are similar
Right.
because
You can walk on like the drone landed on Mars, and it's the same like dirt that you see from the outside.
Then
Outer.
what the fuck do you think
oh
Florida
no,
is?
I'm not done. I'm not done. Claire
Okay.
is saying that there is
There's
a layer
nothing
of-
there. There's no trees, no plants, no anything. You're just walking on the surface. When you walk on the surface of Earth, there's
What about the desert?
and
What about
all
the
kinds of
desert?
other things.
What about the desert?
There's still. Oh my god.
There's
never
still
mind.
sand? What do you think's on
No,
Mars?
don't say never mind. We're gonna get to the bottom of this.
No,
Yeah.
no,
So
I cannot
Earth
explain it any more
and
clearly.
Mars, they have gas around them. The moon does not. You can see the moon like crystal clear.
No, but she's saying Mars and the moon are the same.
Be- the dirt on them is not the same, but they're similar environments. Yes, life is theorized to have existed on Mars because it only microscopically, like living off of the methane, the gas that surrounds.
But what does this have to do with the surface?
Never mind.
Well,
This
if you-
argument is useless.
I mean, it is, but let's keep going because what
No,
else do we have to talk
Okay,
about?
like I
Any more
assure
clear.
you, the Earth has land because you're on it right now, and so am
Yeah,
I.
I mean, we're in a building, so
Never
I
mind.
mean, if we're
I
in the
cannot
strictest
further
sense.
clear this.
But what
Okay,
do you
okay,
mean?
okay.
I understand that you
It-
can't walk on water. You can't. Okay, maybe perhaps you mean when you look at the Earth from space, you can't walk on all of that, like you
Right.
could say the moon from
Right.
space. You can't walk on all of that.
Right.
That what you mean?
You cannot walk around the Earth.
The entire
like,
Earth, like you can
from
the moon.
space.
Well, the
But-
moon's still pretty big,
Oh.
but
this
you
makes
can
sense.
walk-
but you are still on the surface of the Earth.
Yes, I'm not saying you're not on
Yeah.
the surface of the Earth, but it's
You
different
just
than if you were walking on the moon. You are walking on the moon, and you see outer space around it.
yeah. Well,
But
that's
when
because there's no atmosphere.
exactly. But when you're on Earth, there's atmosphere. Okay, that is what I'm trying to say.
Okay, you said it in a way that I couldn't understand.
Because I couldn't think of the proper word. I'm stupid.
Yeah.
Atmosphere.
No, it's fine.
Freaking word.
You can't-
Oh my God.
Yeah. Well, you can see the
No,
moon. from-
we've had plenty of guests who have who thought what they said could just never cross
Yeah,
our
I'm
minds.
sorry. Words are hard.
Hey,
English is
don't
hard. I couldn't-
apologize.
Never
every time-
apologize.
I
Yeah, every
couldn't
time
I couldn't
no,
put it
Claire,
properly.
every time you
Oh my.
apologize, I'm going to take $1 from your bank account.
No, don't do that. What?
But you're right. Atmosphere, that's the right word. And you know this is a less complicated space thought.
No, please go ahead.
Besides a star,
What?
and the sun is a star.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And well, to us, it looks like the sun, but to other planets, sun looks like a tiny little star in the sky.
They have their own thing.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the sun. Yeah.
That's like weird to think about, is that we see the sun, but
Has this
other
eternal life-giving
exactly as this
whatever.
big
Yeah,
bright ball of fire.
because of our proximity to it. We're just so close.
Right.
But we're not close at the same time, which is weird.
93 million miles.
It's relative.
relatively
relative,
close compared
okay.
to the rest
So-
of space.
Yeah.
A fun fact that I cannot seem to shake is that like the speed of light, if you were traveling the speed of light, you could travel around the earth 7 times in a single second.
Yeah.
And at that incredible speed, it still takes 8 minutes to get to the sun. Like, stare at the wall for 8 minutes without looking at your phone. It's a long time.
I could do it.
You could do it.
Yeah, I could.
Well, would you like to film a video of yourself doing it if you're so confident, and we can just put that video here?
I can do it right now.
No. You're part of this podcast. You won't be absent like Matt.
What if I take my headphones out?
And then turn off your background?
What?
And then turn off your background, because as soon as you stand up, you'll disappear.
Well, I'm not going to stand up. There's a wall right here, actually. I would just.
But without... Okay.
Yeah.
So should I start a timer for 8 minutes?
No, I'll start the timer because my headphones are going to be
What are
out.
we doing?
So Frank will stare at a wall for 8 minutes.
Okay.
That's a
Sounds
great
like
point.
very
I'm going to mute
French-
myself because it's going to be a loud
Oh my God.
timer.
This might as well be like the title of the episode. Like, this is the episode Frank
Frank
stares at a wall for 8 minutes.
Timer's going on now. All right, I'm going to mute myself. See you guys in 8 minutes.
Jesus Christ. All right. Well, I mean, this is how long it'll take for light to he's really doing it. This is how long it'll take light to travel to the sun from Earth. I mean, let's say you're traveling at the speed of light right now, okay? You think you're the fastest damn thing in the universe, so yeah, well, you're not, because it still takes 8 minutes for you to get to home base to the sun.
Yeah,
and that's
it
how
takes 365 whole days to rotate around.
you have to revolve around. Oh my God. Remember when we were talking about like how old we were? Like, I had an existential crisis on my way home from unaffiliated company.
Sorry, I'm just looking at Frank.
Oh, yeah, he's doing it. He's a trooper. I'm amazed, quite frankly.
Not quite frankly. I'm sorry.
Oh my
I'm
God.
sorry. I'm sorry.
Frank, if you can hear me, stare at that wall. Oh my God. He can hear us. It looks like.
Anyway, sorry.
Anyway, so no, you're fine. So yeah, I just had this existential crisis where it hit me like where I was in life. I'm like, oh my God, I'm 21. I really cannot believe, like, I'm having trouble accepting that I'm 21 years of age right now, and that there's still a lot to go, even though like I've been on this earth for more than 2 decades.
Yeah, I'm kind of feeling the same way because
Yeah, it's-
I'm 19. I'm turning 21 in actually 2 months from today. And
Do you mean 20?
I 20. Yes, I'm skipping a year. I just decided to
Super wrong.
I decided to skip a whole rotation around the sun.
You skipped a year. What if
Yes,
you could legally
No, I'm
skip a
turning
year?
20, and that's like weird to think because I remember turning 10, and that's a whole nother 10 years.
Oh my God.
Like, not that I didn't think I was gonna make it this far, but it's like it came sooner than I would have thought. I'm gonna be 20 years old. Like, that's whack.
Yeah, like you would have existed on this earth for 2 decades.
What's 365 times 20? That
Oh,
is
yeah.
7,300 days.
Oh my God. Dan, how old are you?
I am 20.
You're 20. When's your
Oh, yeah.
birthday?
In January.
January.
12th.
So you're telling me So you're telling me that your birthday, it's in January?
Yes.
Oh my God, that's
Also,
amazing.
Frank just yawned.
See,
Yeah.
so I also just did
Indeed.
20 times 12 to see how many months old I was gonna be. I'm gonna be 240 months old, and like somebody's gonna walk by, oh, your baby's so cute. How old is she? 240 months.
Oh my God, yeah. Like I don't even know why people say it in months. It's just like say half a year. I don't want to get out a
I get it.
like
The
a
baby's like,
calculator.
I get it. The baby's like under a year, but after that,
Oh yeah,
just say like,
my baby's 72 months old. Like, geez, just say years. So, um,
but yeah, I'm having trouble accepting adulthood.
oh my God, yeah. Like, I always think like the secret to being like accepting how old you are is like around the corner, but it's actually not. Like, I always try to wrap my head around it, and I always like every day is new, and like I had to come to terms with the fact that I'm going to be learning for the rest of my life. And it's just like, damn, life is way more huge than we ever thought. So open your minds while you're still alive.
That is the wise words. Those are wise words, Rob.
Ugh,
Frank is still staring at the wall.
amazingly, yes.
I don't know if I, with the fact that I have ADHD, I don't think I can like just stare at a wall and do nothing for 8 minutes.
Yeah, I think Zoom University like diminished my ability to focus so much that it's just like if I don't have anything that's like flashing right in front of me, I'm not interested. And
Yep,
like my attention
agreed.
span has just shrunk because of it.
Yeah, because none of my professors like made us have our cameras on. So sorry if any of my professors ever see this video, but I was on my phone like the entire class.
Oh my
Like
God.
I'm listening to them and everything, but I'm just like texting people at the same time, and it's just like, I'm sorry, but if I'm sitting in my room at home doing quote unquote school, no, it's not gonna happen. I can't even I have trouble focusing in person school, let alone being at home. Like my bed's right there. I could just take a nap.
Gotcha.
It's just yeah. Zoom University was not the wave.
It was not the wave.
Hopefully it's over for good.
Yeah, I think it has to be. Um, let me write down a couple topics. So we got
Dan has disappeared,
that.
and Frank is still staring at the wall.
He is.
Well,
Oh my
happy.
God. I'm honestly I don't know why he's, but I mean, what a trooper. I'm
You
honestly
like
amazed.
said you were gonna like pay me to do this, or you like had an incentive.
Oh
I'd
no,
do
no,
it.
no, no. Like every time you apologized, I would take $1 from your account.
Please don't. I'm broke.
I
I'd
have
be
I
in
don't
debt
have that
if you kept
ability.
taking dollars from.
So well, I'm gonna change my position right now. But
Felt that.
in the meantime, um tell us what else is new?
Well, I applied for 2 jobs. One of them I did not hear back from. The other, actually, I applied for 3 jobs. One of them I did not hear back from. Two of them said they were set with employees for the summer. I mean, it's my fault. I should have started looking for a job earlier. But I, yeah, so I currently am jobless,
Hmm,
which isn't necessarily a bad thing because I get a lot of free time. But at the same time, I feel guilty because all my friends are working like 12-hour shifts, and here I am, like, sitting around. But
gotcha.
I'm trying. I'm looking for a job. And I applied for a 4th job today. I applied to be a desk assistant for the USH dorms.
No way.
Hopefully I get that job because, wouldn't be very difficult.
Oh my gosh, that sounds amazing.
I know, right?
Yeah. Let me move the ottoman, even though I'm in a recliner. Okay. So, I wonder what's the status of Frank. Yeah, his time is just about up, ain't it? Oh, it's not, is it? Like he started at 10:55 and now it's 11:04.
It's been 9 minutes, Frank. Snap out of it.
Oh my God, yeah. Frank. Frank. What a guy. Anyway, okay, yes.
Frank has arrived.
Frank, how was it?
It'd be more interesting if I was going to the sun.
That's right. Oh my God, like that's a great perspective. Like we had enough time to get through like a couple conversations in the amount of time it would have taken for a particle at the speed of light to go from Earth to the sun.
Yeah, that's crazy to think about.
And that's like so minuscule, that distance, when compared to the observable universe. But like then again, it's infinite anyway. So we can't disprove that there's life out there.
And the
that
same
there's
thing
not.
happening with like when there's thunder and when it's like thunderstorming out and you see lightning first before the thunder because light travels faster than sound. But it's like whack that it's happening at the same time. But just because science is science and light travels faster than sound, I don't know. I just find that like so fascinating.
Yeah, because like as soon as like the lightning bolt has already reached the ground before it's even at its brightest point, and that's even before you see it. And then like you see it like just as it's like sizzling away, but like it went through its entire like transportation cycle before light could even reach your eyes.
And like, I don't know, lightning is so pretty yet so scary.
Yeah, like if we could somehow harness lightning, it's been a goal of humanity for a long time, because like one lightning strike, like 100% preserved, could power New York for a year, or so I've read somewhere.
Yeah,
That's a
we just
faint
need to
memory.
bottle it up. No, I'm kidding.
You bottle it up.
Lightning in a bottle.
But,
right. So,
oh, you go.
oh, okay. Here's some good news. So, according to the New York Times, more than a quarter of the world at least has their first dose of the vaccine.
Okay.
Which is amazing to think about. I mean, I'm going places and I'm seeing people like with and without masks. I keep one on me just in case it makes someone uncomfortable that I don't have my mask on. But in the meantime, I'm maskless unless I'm working.
Yep, same here. I've been going around without my mask because the places around here, at least, say if you're fully vaccinated, you can come in and whatever without a mask, and it's just
Yeah,
so
like it's
liberating.
amazing to think, because last March everyone was like, you got to do it, because
Yeah,
it
you
was true.
have to
You had to do it because we didn't have the know-how to make a vaccine then. But now every day I just see people that are like, it's
Science has
amazing how things
advanced
change.
so quickly.
It's
But
hard to
yeah,
think a year went by.
I know, it's crazy. And like I feel like naked without my mask, but at the same
Yeah.
time, it's like, oh my gosh, I'm forgetting something. But at the same time, like the CDC said if you're
Yeah.
vaccinated, you don't have to wear a mask.
Like it is now officially personal preference.
Exactly. In most situations, yes, it is personal preference. And I am so grateful that I'm fully vaxxed. It was worth the soreness. It was worth my left arm literally not being able to like raise past like my hip.
Oh.
It was worth it. Way worth it.
Yeah, I did not have a fun day. Like the day after getting my J&J.
Oh, you got the J&J. Good thing your blood didn't clot.
Oh my God. Well, look, I'm not a pregnant woman, and
Well,
Are you sure?
not.
Yeah, but like that's what that data said. Like 1 in every 3 to 4 million pregnant women get a blood clot if they get the J&J. It's just like, I'll be fine, I assure you.
I got Moderna. I did not
Heck
feel
yeah.
sick after the first or second. I wasn't like getting COVID-like symptoms. My arm was just sore. I was a little bit like fatigued, tired, but nothing like I wasn't getting like the chills and sweats or like any of that. I just felt exhausted, but you know, then again, I'm always tired, so could have just been regular old me.
Gotcha. It was weird. Like I like that the night after getting my J&J vaccine, I had the chills, but they weren't cold chills. They were warm chills. Like I was
Like when you're sick?
yeah, like I sleep with 2 blankets when I'm really cold. So I slept with 2 blankets that night, and then I was like warm under the covers. But I got the chills. So it was warm chills. Like when it's really cold outside and you're just like, "Oh." Well, I was warm, and it's the weirdest feeling ever. Like everything about the last year has just been unprecedented. Like especially what we put in our bloodstream for defense. Like talk about
Yeah,
foreign
it's so weird.
particles.
Like you're literally putting a dormant version, like whatever. It's not just the COVID vaccine. With any vaccine, you're putting a dormant version of whatever that vaccine is preventing, obviously, so that your immune system can fight it off. Which is crazy because like you get, there's so many different vaccines out there. There's a flu shot, tetanus shot, like HPV,
Yeah,
and like all these
I think
other
that's
crazy vaccines out there. I used to be, oh, I was one of those kids at the doctor when I found out I was getting a shot. The nurses had to like, there had to be multiple nurses in the room, and they'd have to like restrain me because I was not a well-behaved child I mean, most children don't like needles, but I was like, I would kick and scream, and they'd literally have to hold me down to give me the shot. And
Oh man, my brother used to do that.
yeah, I was just not a fan of, still not a fan of needles, but
I mean, who is really?
I mean,
Right.
yeah. I mean, I do know a couple people that are like, shots feel so refreshing, and I'm like, what?
Like, who says that?
I don't think refreshing is the right
they
word.
better be on an episode of My Strange Addiction.
Yeah, I stick. Well, that would just be like shooting heroin.
Oh my god, it's like that woman that was addicted to bee stings. Remember that?
I've been stung. I've never been stung by a bee, but I've been stung by a wasp, and it's not
I've
fun.
not been stung by anything.
You're lucky. You stay.
A
away.
wasp
well,
bit me, but I've not been stung. What?
They have teeth.
No, they
they
have
had mandibles.
mandibles.
I didn't know
Yeah.
that wasps bit too. I guess I didn't think about it.
Yeah, I mean, like they're decently sized enough so that they can break through the skin. Like there's a lot of insects that do have teeth, but like are like they're so small, these insects, that they can't break through our
Teeth?
yeah, like mandibles. Like
Yeah, like
for example,
Yeah, it's not gonna be true teeth.
not gonna
you
be
know.
true
Spiders
teeth,
have
but mouth
fangs.
parts. So like daddy long legs, their mouths are so small that they don't pose a threat to us whatsoever because they just can't bite through our skin.
They literally cannot. Yes.
It's just not physically possible. It's like if I went to a door and tried to bite through it, I don't think I'm getting through.
Mhm.
But yeah, about the vaccines, I think what's interesting, like, is that COVID vaccines are different because we have successfully, or at least as accurately as we can, modeled the spike protein. And so our body has a very, very educated guess as to how on earth to fight this thing. And no, it does not modify your DNA, and no, it does not make you magnetic.
But how
Believe
funny
me.
would that be?
Oh my,
No, I
like no,
kind of wish it
they,
did make me magnetic.
there's been a wave of people that are like, look, this spoon sticks to me, but it's literally just surface tension of the moisture in
I
your
mean,
skin.
yeah, it's like you put a spoon on your nose, right?
Yeah, it's like I'm sorry. Do you know what it would take for you to be that magnetic?
You'd have to be made of metal. Really?
You'd have to be made of like, oh, what's it called?
You'd have to have a lot of iron.
In your diet? But
I actually
But-
think I have an iron deficiency.
oh,
I
that's
used to.
What did you do to fix it? Like,
Supplements, ate more green
Yeah.
leafy vegetables. I don't know. Ate some meat.
yeah, I need to do that because I've been finding a lot of like bruises, like that they don't hurt. I've just been finding a
But
lot
it's
of
there.
like bruises. So I'm thinking maybe it's an iron deficiency.
You bruise like a
Oh.
peach.
Yeah,
Wait.
also I get really tired easily. Like I feel really like low energy.
Mm.
Other
They,
symptoms.
you know, that could be. Your camera's off, by the way. I don't know if
Yeah,
that's.
I know.
Okay,
I'll
that
keep
could
my
be. No, I mean, if you're not uncomfortable, don't worry about it. What the fuck is that called? I thought I had it. It was a something deficiency.
Vitamin D.
No. Could be vitamin
Calcium?
D. Could be vitamin B. Not calcium.
Because I had a
No,
vitamin
or is it a
D.
gland?
Your thyroid?
Thyroid. Yeah.
They just
My-
checked my thyroid.
I got my thyroid checked too, and they said it's fine.
Yeah, the doctor didn't say anything to me. Like, didn't say that there was anything wrong with it. So,
Yeah.
but I had a vitamin D deficiency. I take vitamin D supplements every day, every morning now. But yeah, there was a point where like my levels were like way below where they should be, and it was causing me to like sleep a lot. Like I would just fall asleep at like random times, and it was just not good. So they drew blood and they said you have a vitamin D deficiency, and that's why you're so tired all the time. And I was like, that would explain it. I'm back.
Oh.
Yeah, the human body's weird.
But it's also so amazing. Like I just googled the thyroid because I was curious. Like there's so much that little gland does. It's probably like no bigger than I don't know an object that's like this big.
They're like the size of a dime or something. Or no, they're the size of like a grain of rice.
No. It's like below your Adam's apple, and it's like right there.
Oh, that's where it is?
Yeah.
Bro, my Adam's apple hurts sometimes. I feel like it's gonna break out of my neck.
Yeah, like I'm afraid because my Adam's apple's really pointy. Like
Mine
my
feels
worst fear is that someone's gonna touch it. Like I don't want to be.
That's
"Yeah,
your
don't
worst
touch it."
fear.
Yeah, it's so weird. It's just like no, thank you.
I
It's
mean, I
very
wouldn't want
vulnerable
someone to do
space.
it, but worst fear, I don't know.
Good thing I don't have an Adam's apple.
All right, well, that was a bit
No,
dramatized.
you
I
do.
admit.
It's just not large.
Right, but it's
Not a visible one. So I will say my worst fear is being buried alive, but that's more unlikely than someone touching my neck in any way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
shape, or
who's
form.
just gonna come up to you like,
And say, hey, get in this coffin. You're going under the ground.
Hey, get in this coffin. You're going under the ground. Hey, get in this coffin. You're going under the ground. Hey, get in this coffin. You're going under the ground.
And even then, you have time to, like,
Frank,
leave.
I really want to clip that.
would just
It's just
laugh.
like, hey, you get in this coffin, you're going on the ground.
Go
the
ahead.
only time I'll be getting in a coffin is if I'm dead, and maybe I mean I hope I don't die anytime soon, but maybe
about-
I'll be cremated.
What about a funny joke? Like, oh, I'm in this coffin, huh?
I don't think that would be really funny.
What do you mean?
Like-
Like you pretend to be dead, you come in and call me like, ah.
No, I really don't want to
then.
like. No, I don't want to like have like I don't want to freak my family and friends out like that and think that I'm dead.
Oh my
And
god, like Halloween, Claire. What do you think I'm talking about?
And then they put a whole funeral together. Like they spent all
No,
this
it's
money.
like a toy coffin with like a fake
Oh.
skeleton in it. And
I'm
you
not
take
good
the
at
skeleton
scaring
out.
people.
Oh,
Get better
okay,
at
that
it,
would be
like-
kind of cute. I admit.
I know.
But the thing about real coffins is I'm not convinced if you're inside it that you can open it. Like I want the knowledge.
Well, if they lock it, then yeah.
You
And I'm
know, probably
fucked.
there's simply a
You can totally open one if it's not locked.
That would be a horrible way to die, being buried alive.
It really would.
Why would you be buried in like I don't know? Why would they bury you alive in like a legit coffin?
No, they
Like,
wouldn't.
I wouldn't
Well,
even
it
Like,
depends
it would
on
just be like a
who
wooden-
they is.
Yeah. Where are they burying you? Why?
Who are they that they want to? Yeah, like for what reason?
well, I'm just saying, being buried alive in general would be a horrible, like suffocating to death.
Yeah, but like we're trying to discuss how on earth could you get in that situation? Like what
I
could?
mean, being buried alive used to be like a form of punishment, like the death penalty. Not with like.
They used to get elephants to step on you.
Oh
You
my
think I'm
God.
kidding? I'm not.
That's a sad way to go too.
So that speaking of being buried or enclosed, I was watching I believe it was like a food theory video because Matt Pat from Game
Food theory.
Yeah, he has a channel called Food
No,
Theory.
I know. Food theory is to rank the game theories real quick. Film theory, worst one. That's all I have to say. They're all not that great.
I mean, like the film theory one is so like divisive. It's just
It is
like
because he always tries to predict the movies, and he's never right. That's all he does on that. That's
he's
all he
better at
does.
predicting games.
Not
No,
even.
no,
You're
no,
giving him
no.
too much credit.
Like the creator of FNAF said he was
Said
right
he
in a
was
couple.
almost sort of close on one of his theories. So really, I just don't really. I don't.
You
like
don't
Matt
see
Pat.
anyone else out there putting out the ideas that he did.
But I do hear that he steals theories from Reddit posts.
He makes his own unique theories based off of assistance that anyone else could get off of Reddit.
Whatever.
Are you
Food
watching
theory.
his videos the whole way through?
Of course, I'm watching his videos the whole way through. Half of it's an ad anyway. The other half has nothing to do with the actual content.
Okay, anyway,
Just
right.
the
So for this food theory, we can talk about that later. For this food theory episode, Matt Pat told us that coffee used to be illegal to drink. And so you used to be sewn into a leather bag and thrown into the ocean if you were caught drinking coffee.
Good.
Like just before the
Middle Ages.
Enlightenment, maybe. I forget the time period. Like at one time
I was drinking coffee.
Yeah, but the thing is, I love coffee with all my heart and soul. And Frank, how dare you feel negatively towards it?
I don't
Makes me
dislike
shit.
coffee, but I'm not a coffee addict.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna make you shit.
I already make myself shit.
Yeah.
I look so
Oh,
yellow right now.
You are. You're like
That's
a Simpsons character.
I'm kidding, I'm kidding.
I need something white. I really hope no one can see that I'm not wearing pants right now. Shit, my headphones came out.
In the meantime, what did you say, Claire?
I forgot.
Oh, okay.
don't know.
Color
Hey,
corrected.
Dan, do you
Frank's
like
got the
coffee?
drama mask.
What?
Do you like coffee?
I like iced coffee.
Yeah, iced coffee.
I like coffee with 10 sugars, 10 creams, flavoring.
I'm very proud of myself. I've trained myself to drink black coffee.
Yeah, but what do you gain from that?
What do you not gain? Okay, it's
An addiction?
Yes, I'm already addicted. So, so what you gain from that is tons of less sugars. Okay, like there's so many sugars in creamer. Sugar is added.
No,
sugars.
I meant. Okay, you misunderstood my argument. I don't blame you. What do you gain from drinking coffee that you don't gain from not drinking coffee? And don't say energy.
Focus.
It's not even true.
Yes.
It's not even true.
I find I care more about things if I am under the influence of caffeine.
That's
and
just
the world is more
like-
interesting.
That's a placebo. I hate to say it.
No, it's the actual chemical. What do you mean? No, my brain doesn't just wake itself up because it wants to after drinking coffee. No. I'm not drinking decaf.
I'm a strong believer that If you have enough willpower, you can just do anything.
Ooh, tired is in the mind. Nuh-uh. If you go a day without sleeping, you'll fall into micro sleeps. Your body's trying to drag you down.
Look, if anyone knows that, it's me, alright? What I'm saying is... What am I saying? Coffee. It's too much. It's too many chemicals.
Too much for you, probably.
Yeah. What of it? I
Okay.
mean, I used to drink coffee.
Dan, help me out here. Be
Now
my
look
ally.
at me. I'm 5'8".
No, don't look at him. Maybe he's not 5'8".
No, I'm 5'8 and a half.
I've stood next to you. You're like
Yeah.
almost as tall as me. I think you're more
That's
than
not
5'8",
true.
but that's what?
I'm not almost as tall as you. How tall
Hey,
are
I
you?
said
are?
I'm.
What, Dan?
I said I was 1 inch tall.
Somehow I think that's not true.
I don't believe that to be true, evidenced by the lamp and the plant, and or maybe he.
Everything
No,
is
it's to scale.
So he lives in a house that's like.
It's like a dollhouse. Yeah, Polly Pocket.
And then when he goes to school, he drinks a potion of getting bigger.
They call that the
It's an illusion.
Bigify. I don't know.
Bigify.
Bigify illusion.
Bigify.
Dan's just a hologram. If you step on his left foot, it crushes the real Dan.
Dan, is this
projector.
true?
Yes.
Oh my god, I knew it. I'm gonna cry.
And then Strudel's
He just froze.
bigger. Strudel's bigger than me.
Strudel's bigger. Strudel's like your steed.
Strudel's like a horse.
You could ride Strudel
Exactly.
into battle.
Now,
Like
So-
in Night Museum when Night Museum 2 when one of the small
that's
small
raccoon.
guys gets on
Squirrel.
gets on the
Squirrel.
the
Yeah.
squirrel. It was a squirrel.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's fucking great. Love those movies. Now, Rob, I gotta ask.
Yeah,
Should we get to one of the topics at hand?
I just wrote it down for prosperity.
I'll begin.
Okay.
Unless you want to begin. Who wants
Okay.
to begin here?
I think I'll begin. And I give you permission to interject.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think we should start, if you don't mind, by explaining how this topic even came about between us specifically, if you remember that.
I don't know how it came about. I mean, I just shared.
Okay,
a post
well,
of it with it.
When I was on the toilet one time.
Wait. What topic are we discussing?
You know exactly what we're talking. When I was on the toilet one time, I was on Instagram, and everyone was being horny for the new Samsung Assistant character. And I said, I'm fed up with this. So I deadass took a picture of myself saying, I was on the toilet still. If I see you talking about the Samsung girl, I might have to, like, kill you. And Rob replies to me, he's like, but why? I'm like, well, I'm fed up with it. And you can take it from here if you like.
Okay, but why?
What do you mean,
Why are you
why?
fed up? Like, where does this
Fictional characters. It's a
where does this-
fucking marketing scheme, if it isn't apparent enough. And she's not even, she's like a weird, face is too skinny, you know? It's
Okay.
like weird,
I have two things to say.
uncanny. Sure.
Notice how one of them agrees and one of them is just another point. So maybe it is a marketing scheme because if you look at the movie Frozen,
Huh?
a drastic change from the 3D models was put into place. You want to know how their eyes got bigger? Okay, like in terms of proportion to everything else, scale on their face, the eyes are huge in the movie Frozen, especially in the baby characters. They're just like, do you want to build a snowman? And then you
Yeah.
got like the freaking Samsung lady. If the eyes were smaller, I don't think it would be such, an attraction.
Maybe. My thing is, were they trying to be sexual with it? Do you think?
Okay, look,
Samsung? I don't know.
Reddit made it sexual because if
Reddit?
Samsung,
Everyone met Twitter, fucking
okay,
other
people,
sites.
people on the internet made it
Yeah.
sexual. But think about it this way, okay? Thought experiment. You ready?
Sure.
If the Samsung mascot was a guy named Sam,
Would it be the same?
would it have the same kind of momentum?
It depends. It depends because you know, us as guys, we see people being horny for women fictional characters a lot, and I'm not. Like, I think it's lame. I'm gonna be completely honest. Like, that's why I'm fed with this. So, you know, there are people out there that are attracted to men that will do the same thing with men fictional characters. We just don't see it that much because we're not in the market, I guess. So, like, people will, and over the weirdest character, like, I can't even think of an example that would be applicable to tell you. But I think if they made the Samsung mascot like a hot guy, yeah, probably.
Well, what are they just going to make him a dweeb?
I don't know. That's what they do sometimes.
Yeah,
They make
otherwise it would
mascot
be
character.
unreasonable as a business practice, as a venture. Because like you're making a character. Why? It's like the Happy Meal box animal looking thing.
Yeah, it's like they're trying to be like it's Siri for the Samsung, is it not?
But
But they gave it a
isn't
whole character.
person.
Well, yeah,
Siri,
but this isn't a person either. It's fiction. It's not real.
so you're saying Siri is fictional?
Yeah, of fucking course. What do you mean?
No. Do you have an Apple phone?
No.
Hey,
Siri's an act. The voice of Siri is a person.
Yeah, but so is Mario. Okay, Mario's not a real person.
okay.
Siri-
So I think we're circling around a point that we're trying to make, but we don't really know what point that is.
Yeah. Well, something I want to ask is that you, when we were texting about, you asked me if her hair color was different, if I would feel different. To which I ask, no. Of
Okay.
course, but I'm just wondering why you asked me that.
Okay, you know what?
Because
This
it's like, am
kinda
I
relates to
attracted? Was that the question?
What
Yeah,
I'm going to say is kind of related. You ready? So
sure.
if Samsung Sam was a robot named
A
Sam,
robot? Yeah. A sexy robot? What are you implying?
no, just a robot.
Just a
Okay.
like with like a square face, you got a screen face.
Yeah, but like I don't know how they would
Ears.
design it, but I'm saying is because it's a robot. It's not like, oh, what do you think is okay? Let's just say it's a robot, okay?
Yeah,
It
yeah.
doesn't have a sex. It doesn't have a gender.
Mhm.
It is artificial intelligence designed for a purpose with a chassis that's anthropomorphic.
Yeah.
Because Samsung wants to create this token token character, you just dislike that no matter what that character is, even if it is a robot. Or are you mad that
No, I'm bothered specifically that people are horny for it, if you really want to know.
There we go.
Now, Samsung already has a little robot character.
What? No way. Hold on.
The android, the green thing.
The green thing. Oh.
Yeah. But I mean,
That's
this would be a
Android
different.
specific. That's not Samsung.
Samsung is Android. It's the same thing.
They're different
I guess
brands.
LG can be an Android
Android doesn't
too.
make bridges.
Yeah, LG is considered Android.
Yeah, well, okay. Yeah, you're right. But no, to answer your question, I am fed up with people being horny online for fictional characters. And why? I don't know. I guess it's just annoying. Like, I'm tired of like
It's
cringe
happened.
anime people.
It's happened ever since before you were born, I'm sure.
Yeah. Oh no, I mean, totally. That doesn't mean I have to like it though. That's like
I don't think it's that bad. I'm not saying I
no,
like it.
technically speaking, it's not that bad, but like that doesn't mean I can't be annoyed at people. This is lame. It's just
So
lame.
you're not annoyed at the mascot, you're just annoyed at people?
Yeah, I mean the mascot isn't explicitly sexual, although they are baiting a bit. I mean, come on. They're baiting a bit.
A bit.
Like, let's be honest
They could have
here.
done it differently. Or
Yeah.
maybe you're making that way in your head.
No, one of the like press release pictures, she's like, is she not grabbing her tit, or did I hallucinate that?
Well, let's find out. Maybe I'll hallucinate with you.
That sounds like. Never mind.
Samsung Sam.
Yeah, she totally kind of is. No, or is she checking her watch? I don't know. You see what I'm talking about, right? Is she checking her
Oh,
watch or is she like perking it up? I can't tell. I
you,
feel
you
like
mean the one where she is like
the group of like 4 pictures.
you mean this one?
Wait,
Not a
go back.
sponsor.
No, that's not it. Are there multiple groups of 4 pictures?
There's 3 pictures. Is this the one?
No. Do you want me to just?
There's a lot of pictures of her then.
I can share my screen if it. Hold on, let me like log out of my email and shit just in case. I'm talking about this one. Right here. You see my mouse, right?
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, that's a little sus, so to speak.
Bro, she's not even that hot.
That's what I'm saying too.
Listen, women
She's
are allowed
uncanny.
to have. Oh wait.
She looks like
No,
she's...
I would never insult a real woman.
No, Frank, we know
But a
that.
fake woman.
But a fake woman, I don't give a shit. You know, actually, that's not entirely true. Because when people were being horny for Kim Jong Un's sister, I was.
What?
You know, remember that? She looks kind of like she was resurrected from the dead a little bit. Honestly,
People are sex
people are just weird.
Well, okay, I will say this.
Yeah.
Either Samsung is run by people who are 100% aware of how the community will react, or 0% aware.
No,
Because-
they're aware. Come on.
Because I will admit they could have made the a little smaller.
What are we referring to?
What do you think I'm referring to?
Booba?
Yes.
I mean, they're not like excessive.
But look, you showed me an image that pointed directly.
Yeah. No, you're right though. You're
That
kind
the
of
camera
right.
was like.
What they should have done is made a male and female one, if you ask me. No, it would just be worse. What am I talking about?
So just the robot. Well,
No,
then
they
again,
make
like,
2 separate ones. What?
What use does?
What use is this at all? Is the real question.
Okay, you
There's
know
no
what?
use.
Marketing because she's female. They knew that we figured
I
it
mean,
out.
sex
They knew.
sells. We all know this.
And so Samsung knew that too.
Yeah. They're playing everyone for clowns,
Oh my-
and they're falling into the trap. It's like the pitcher plant. They're smelling the acid. They're like, that's some sweet nectar. And they go into it and fucking
Oh my
dive
God.
acid. It's like,
Oh my God! I will say my mind has opened a bit today.
really? Well, I'm glad, I guess.
Yeah, was this not a great conversation?
No, this was a
fun.
good one.
I mean, Claire,
I might not have been fun for you, seeing as you're female, and if it wasn't, I'm sorry, but
we're very objective about this.
Yeah, we
you know,
are.
this has nothing to do with Claire or females in general. It has to do with Samsung
No, I
horny
know.
on
I'm not
Maine, and I
offended.
will not stand for it.
I'm not offended because, you know, being a woman.
It has nothing to do with feminism.
that.
Well, it has a little bit to do with feminism, but it goes to show that perhaps, you know, presenting a woman character as a sexual object, you know, maybe not a great idea in the long run.
Yeah, like maybe.
But the companies don't give a shit, is the truth.
Yeah, I mean, there are a lot of like women characters that like flow from progressive.
Yeah. Oh my God. You don't think?
Like she's not supposed to be sexy.
You don't think?
Yeah, but there are weirdos out there that are like, because like,
hey,
I'm not saying you guys.
Claire, you gotta go with the flow.
I'm not saying you guys.
Remember the Esurance cartoon lady with the pink hair? Was it Esurance? It was totally Esurance.
Typically guys. I'm not saying you guys.
Oh no, it's totally typically
No.
guys.
Dudes in general, they make anything that has to do with a woman sexual.
And then well, I mean, people are talented
Oh.
artists on Twitter. I'll
I
give
know
them
exactly
credit.
what you're talking about.
But like, people do draw a lot of porn on the internet. And it's astounding, really. What?
So it's amazing how like, okay, so I just searched Google Images for insurance woman.
Did you get some straight up porn?
I didn't
right
even
there?
have to scroll.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that happens. Every once in a while you'll search like Legend of Zelda Wind Waker and then get stuff and you're like, whoa, wait a fucking minute. Like, when did this happen? And then you gotta be like, should I report this to the Google image staff? That's like a kid's game. God forbid a kid looks up. I remember one time I was looking up Lapras, Pokemon Lapras. And of course you scroll down one too many times and there's fetish fan art. It's just like, what are you gonna do, man?
Oh my god. How bored can you be, right?
Like, who's that character from, I forget her name, from Pokemon
Diamond and Pearl?
No, Pokemon Sword and Shield. The one you said was hot.
Me?
Frank? No, Frank.
Me said was hot? Who you Olina?
Yeah.
Oh!
We're taking this a bit out of context here, but no, I mean,
it's hot. It's okay. Like,
my gut reaction was you're talking about whoever the one with the red hair is.
No, this one.
That one. Yes.
I mean, she's pretty. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. Oh, and then no, you said the ice gym leader.
You're just outing me here.
Frank.
Dude,
Frank.
now I look like a hypocrite because I'm like.
No, I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. I really don't care.
He's blushing. Okay. See, I have crushes on like people, like celebrities that like don't even know I exist. So
I will say this. There's some people who obsess over unachievable figures, so to speak. Waifu culture.
Oh no,
not really my thing. And like people who are really obsessed with, say, Minecraft YouTubers, or I don't know who's like a popular celebrity nowadays.
Dream.
No, I mean like actual celebrity.
Ooh, roasted.
Yeah, Dream cheated.
I don't think he did cheat, but I don't think it's a stretch to say that YouTubers aren't actual celebrities. Am I wrong?
They get paid to do it. They have millions.
Yeah, but they're.
Like,
I don't give a shit. You're not on TV or in movies.
Okay, let's.
You don't have to be on TV or a movie to be famous.
And I like YouTubers, but you're not famous unless like my mom knows you.
So a celebrity is defined as a famous person, literally.
Yeah.
Or
and what's a famous person?
Or the state of being well known.
Person. I haven't heard of like most actors and actresses.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, Captain Sparkles is the only YouTuber I will say has reached celebrity status, and I don't even care.
Are you kidding me?
No, Markiplier is just a guy,
and we're not even,
which isn't bad.
Excuse me.
What?
Markiplier is a celebrity, I will say.
First of all, do you know his net worth? It's like,
I don't give a shit. Look, how does this affect me? And I like Markiplier. He's cool. Like,
he'll affect you if you watch his content.
But I don't. I think he's cool, but I don't have to watch his content to think he's cool. I used to.
If you think he's so cool, why don't you give him celebrity status in your head?
Because it's my fucking head. I get to do what I want. Look,
give me a good reason. Why don't you?
Give me a good reason? Because he's not like, he doesn't live in a mansion. He probably does, actually.
Yes,
Who gives a
shit?
Look, I don't care is the difference. My thing is, he's not in like a movie, and he doesn't sing, so he's not a celebrity.
You think so?
Okay, Frank, you need to be.
He was featured in some custom
Smosh, the Smosh movie. We're really gonna bring up the Smosh movie right now.
The only reason I like Markiplier, I mean, I'm sure he's a bright.
You don't have to. defend yourself. We all like Markiplier.
The only reason I like Markiplier is because he played trumpet in the marching band.
That's the only reason, not because of his contributions to charity or his commitment to his fan base, is because he played trumpet.
Markiplier was
I don't
in.
know that much about him. I just know that he's a YouTuber.
I can play. No, I'm being such an ass right now. I'm playing any Saturday one. I'm
Yeah,
being
it's
like,
very entertaining.
Markiplier's not famous, but you only like him because I list things that are good about him.
No, it's really entertaining, and I think it's a lot of fun to engage with you because of how combative.
Yeah, I just like being the difficult one here because everyone else is so agreeable. I have to be. I have to take this role. I'm not usually always like this, but sometimes
you're
I am.
capable, and I'm glad.
Thank you.
So anyway, to hit the ball back at you. It says here there's a movie which is never mind.
Was it the Smosh movie?
No, it's it was a 5-minute movie featuring multiple YouTubers.
YouTube
but
Rewind.
Technically, oh, here we go. A film called Crazy featuring Markiplier.
He's the tagline. That's funny, but I've never heard of that movie. It's not
I'm sure millions of other people still enjoy Markiplier's content.
No, of course. Of course they do. Markiplier is great. I just don't watch him. You know who I watch? I watch like one internet person. And it's Germa, and that's pretty much it.
Who?
You don't know Germa? He's on Twitch.
He's well known. Not a celebrity then.
Well, no. He's he calls himself an e-clown, which is like an internet clown, and he does games on Twitch most of the time, but sometimes he does funny skits, and he has a good attitude about it. He really does it for the fans, and his stuff is really funny, and it makes me laugh. I don't laugh as much as I used to watching YouTube stuff. I'll watch a normal ass movie. I just got done watching My Cousin Vinny. Phenomenal movie about being Italian. Among other things. But
about being Italian.
Being an Italian American in Alabama, you got your cousin was framed for murder. You're kind of a lawyer, so you're gonna help. Anyway, I laughed my head. Claire just left. I laughed my head off at that movie. I watch YouTube, gaming YouTubers, and watching. I'm like, yes, I am enjoying this to some degree, but I am not laughing. Germa makes me legitimately laugh.
Okay,
and that's
fine.
a hard feat.
I'll bite. How do you spell it?
I'm not saying you have to watch him, but if you're wondering, it's Jerma. His YouTube channel is Second Germa. Germa 985 is from when he used to be a YouTuber, but he's since passed on. That makes it sound like he died. Yeah.
Oh. Yikes.
He just got done being in a Mario Kart tournament where he fucking sucked the entire time. You can never tell if he's doing it on purpose. He's probably not. Anyway, what were we talking about?
Celebrity status.
Yeah, but what were we talking about before that?
You know, honestly, I used to want to be famous as a kid, and now I'm just like, with all the paparazzi and like gossip and everything that celebrities go through.
I'd want to be minorly famous. Like, there's this music artist I know, Nelward, phenomenal music. He's not famous, but people know him. People like him when they do know him. So it's like, yeah, I could be there and be comfortable with that, I guess.
Yeah, because chances are, if you're only minorly famous, like not too big a shot, but also not a small deal. Like you could walk into a coffee shop, and unless you like put up your phone, like, hey, this is my content, you people would just see you as a guy.
A guy, yeah. Well, I mean, let's be honest. There's how many people in this world? Even Markiplier can walk into a coffee shop and just order coffee and
you know what
depending on where it is.
I challenge that.
That's fair because Markiplier is one of the more well-known ones. I wouldn't even, how much of a power move would it be to know someone? Let's say you're working at Starbucks, Fucking
Yeah.
PewDiePie.
I would hate to know that guy.
What, PewDiePie?
I'm not a big fan of him.
I mean, neither. That's why I'm using him as an example. How funny would it be to work at like a Starbucks? PewDiePie comes in and says, "Hey, can I get a coffee? My name is what's his fucking name again?
Oh,
Edward
Felix Kilbert.
Felix." And he says Felix, and you're like, "Okay, I know this is PewDiePie now," and then just don't even entertain that idea. Don't be like, "Hey, are you PewDiePie?" Or like, "Oh, you're from YouTube." You say, "Okay, here's your coffee." Like, wouldn't that be kind of a power move, or am I being an ass? Like,
I don't understand what you're saying. Like, are you
to
saying
to
like,
know it's him, recognize him, but not say anything about it to him?
ooh,
Or is that what they want because they hate being bothered? I
that's
don't
what they
know.
want. Great segue, great segue. So
Sure.
my favorite celebrity of all time is Robert Downey Jr. I mean,
Okay.
he shares my name. I love his confidence and like everything that he does. Like he used to go through like a couple drug problems. I'm not too educated on that, but all I know is
I've
that
heard of
he
those
like
shows.
he made it through it, and he's like a great human being. He has a podcast called the Footprint Coalition where he talks about environmental issues. I highly recommend it.
Wow.
Not a sponsor. But anyway, I would die to meet him. But the ironic thing is, I've heard from people from the Rooster Teeth podcast that I listen to, who I also think, in my opinion, are minor celebrities who I want to see. Like
Yeah,
they
Rooster Teeth
say,
they get the celebrity.
yeah. They say never meet your heroes because you won't be impressed. It won't be this explosive event. You'll just walk up, it'll be them, and after that you'll be like, oh well, I mean, they were just a human being like I am. I mean,
No, exactly.
and
And
then like chances are they don't want to be recognized anymore. I'm sure they've when they were like rising to their glory days, they were like people like Robert Downey Jr., Chris Evans, you know,
they were ecstatic, probably. They're like, "Hey, people know me."
yeah, but then it probably got on their nerves at some point, you know,
Yeah.
and it's then you start to think, oh shit, am I like at what point am I a burden versus some person who wants a selfie, you know? Like I would kill for a selfie. That's it, you know.
Yeah, like that's the thing about being famous that I wouldn't like is like just trying to live my everyday life and people are like, "Oh, can I get your autograph? Can I get a picture with you?" Like I understand that they're just doing it to be nice, like they're fans of you, but I'm and maybe if you're a celebrity, you're more extroverted or whatever, but like personally, I can't deal with like that many people like coming up to me and talking to me. So
Yeah.
I
At
don't
some
think
point it
I
has
just
to
don't think I
be
can do it.
overwhelming.
When I was, I mean, I was not famous, but like locally, like it was like I had like an Instagram, I had like a band account on Instagram that had like what was it, 15,000 followers or something.
Holy shit.
So like people would
That's
recognize me
incredible.
because I'd be like, "Hey, do you want to do like a meetup or whatever at like DCI or something? I'm going to like Allentown tonight or whatever." And so like I'd have people go to me and like we'd take like or like people would recognize me. I don't think I ever really took any photos with anyone, but like that's
You
the level of like that's the level of like I don't know.
minor
I
celebrity.
realized I didn't want to get more famous than that, you know, because
Yeah.
like I like there was like what it's that one account, just marching band things or whatever. It
That's
was popular.
yours?
No, that's not mine. No. It's run by someone else. But our band accounts were like created around the same time in like 2013, 2014 ish. So like I actually got like posts on his account back in the day and stuff, like back in middle school. I have this saved somewhere still. But no. Yeah, I forgot where I was gonna go with that. I realized I didn't want to get any more famous than that, I guess. Because like I still
How-
see he's still the creator of just marching band things. People still see him and recognize him and stuff, even though he hasn't been banned for like 4 or 5 years or now or something.
You know,
hmm.
you could do something and become famous for it, but never show your face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Daft Punk, if they never showed their face, but they have
Gorillas.
technically. So
Right?
no, I feel like gorillas go live and shit.
Oh, right, that's right. People
Yeah.
see their faces, don't they?
but like they still, the cartoons. But no, I'm gonna one up you on this whole don't meet your heroes thing. Don't have heroes. How's that?
Fuck that.
What do you mean fuck that? I don't look up to anyone.
I don't look up to
Then
anyone.
fuck you.
I don't look up to
Do
anyone.
whatever the
Not
heck I feel like doing.
like this is like I admire qualities about my friends, right? And I strive to be like better in regards to that. But I don't have like I used to say Benjamin Franklin, but now it's just like I don't even care. Like I don't look up to any historical figure, famous person, teacher even.
Okay,
No,
is this you
I
just
shouldn't
trying
say
to be
that.
an asshole?
No, this is real. There are two, maybe one. I had a teacher I really liked, so maybe that counts. Maybe that counts. But I've already met him, and that's more of a role model than a hero, right?
Yeah.
Can you tell me how that differs?
Well, a hero is unachievable. A hero is someone that's like a rock star, man. Not someone in your hometown.
Are they not your role model?
They can be both. I'm just flip flopping
remember-
now.
I don't know.
Okay, I was about to say.
I remember
But
in
if-
elementary school, they used to like give you like those prompts, and they're like, "Who is your hero?" Like they make you do like those poems at the beginning. They're like the I am poems or whatever. They're like, "Who are your heroes? Who do you look up to?" I'm like, I don't know.
I will
You don't
say.
need to. You don't need to.
The other
I-
kids just like my dad, my mom, my grandma, and I'm just like,
Okay, that's lame.
Well.
I mean, if like with all due respect to those who do look up to their parents and family figures, I'm more than
but I
certain
feel
they
like
have
none of
qualities
those
that
kids ever
you would
thought
like
about
to
it.
look
I
up
feel like
to.
nobody ever thought about it, Like I feel like all these kids are just like,
It
I
was
don't know.
superimposed on them.
I feel like everybody's just being superficial. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, like
Like,
part of the
don't
part
care.
of the reason that they have those kinds of lessons is to exercise thought, like maybe agitate the coins in your brain a little to shake things up a little, because of
They're just
course you
mainly
would
angry.
tell me how many times you've thought about how much your paper is weighed after writing on it.
What?
Exactly. Like,
That's a lot, I guess.
so anyway, to continue with the whole Robert Downey Jr. thing, like I have he's not like maybe he is my role. Well, how do you define a role model then? Because I want to be a music teacher and he is already an actor. So and I
My,
don't want to be an
my role
actor.
model, my role model is not a celebrity. My role model is my high school band director.
That's good.
Epic style.
Love him. Like he was like a second dad to me. Great guy. Anyway, so I don't mean to be a party pooper, but I'm gonna go to bed, yo.
It has been
Yeah, I'm like big
about
time.
an hour and a half, I want to say.
But it was
Little
great being.
Thank you
your
for being
guest.
here, Claire. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you. I had a fun
Been
time.
nice seeing you.
I'd like to do this again.
And I'm sorry if I was been a little bit.
No.
What's for moving forward?
I was not explaining it in a clear way because I couldn't think of the proper word, which is atmosphere. Anyway.
That was funny. That was funny as hell. We're gonna look back on that
Yeah,
and
we're gonna
say
look
that
back
was
on
funny
that.
as
It's going
hell.
on YouTube. YouTube. I know I'm stupid. All right. Peace. Love you guys. See ya.
See ya.
Hey, my friend.
Anyway, as I was saying, like I look up to historical figures like Bach. I look up to Robert Downey Jr. of course. I look up to Bill Nye in a way because he's
Science
he
guy.
can be yeah, I mean and have you seen his show? He has a Netflix show.
No, I don't have Netflix.
You're such a strange human being.
How am I strange? I'm the realest one here. I take walks. I don't even do that. I only do that when I have to walk the dog.
Okay, so I think this is really entertaining. This is good for viewership, okay? Because you and I are opposites. Like you have brown
In a
hair,
way.
I have blonde hair. In a way, dude, I have Netflix.
What do you
I go
mean?
on walks. I look up to people. We're different.
We definitely are different. I think we come from
We're all
different
different.
upbringings.
We're from different what?
Upbringings. I'm just saying anything right now.
I mean, you're not wrong, really. I mean,
I mean, who's from the same upbringing? Really?
My brother?
Siblings? I don't know. Even siblings can be treated differently by their parents. Something to consider.
Yeah, that's true.
What do you mean something to consider? Does that mean anything?
No, I'm
Oh,
sorry if
I
you
thought
thought I was implying anything.
I thought you knew. I thought you knew I had a brother.
No, I know you have a brother. I wasn't even implying anything about your brother. I was just saying something to consider in
Oh.
general about upbringings. What the fuck are you talking? I guess we're different. I mean, I'm wearing a black shirt. You're wearing a, I guess, gray shirt,
Blue shirt.
blue shirt. Okay, you have like the headset. I just have little earbuds.
Yeah, we go different ways.
Beard.
Are do you follow any kind of spiritual path?
Like Will-O-Wisp? So, no, I'm fucking with you. You mean like religion? Or anything in general?
That's one way to call it.
I mean, I'm not as religious as I used to be, but I believe in a few things.
Yeah, so do I. Okay, we're mean. Do you believe in aliens?
Yeah, why not? Right?
Yeah, okay.
I think where we differ is not in our interests as much as it is our mindsets, if that makes sense,
And
about
our
things.
behaviors.
Yeah, definitely behaviors. Like when do you wake up usually?
What circumstance? Just any day?
Like any day.
Any day. If I were to pick a time, 10:30. That's a sweet spot.
Interesting. Now, is that when you want to wake up or when you do wake up despite
When
your best efforts?
When I want to.
Okay, because my want to is 10, and my wake up time is 12 to 2.
Yeah.
It
Damn.
varies.
But mine varies too. I mean,
Sleep, come on. I didn't even sleep last night for more than 3 hours because I was doing a lab or some shit.
oh.
Yeah.
Do labs take up a lot of your time? Obviously,
No.
yes. No?
No. I
slept
mean,
for
once.
4
Damn, Dan, what the fuck were you doing?
What for 4 hours? I slept for 4 hours.
Yeah, well, why?
I don't know. I just couldn't fall asleep until
Oh,
like
that sucks.
3 a.m.
You should get some of those.
up
I'm
early.
pointing to them like you can see them. Melatonin gummies.
I do not. I stopped taking melatonin. I don't do it anymore. No,
Why is that?
Okay.
because that stuff like makes you sleep more, and that's like not what I want.
Oh.
Well, that's what I want right now. I need to charge up.
It'll
Like
make you
once school
sleep.
starts, I would sleep through my
Yeah, but-
alarms.
Yeah, that's the reason why I couldn't wake up in the morning because the melatonin was still in my system.
I'll drink some
You
coffee.
know,
No,
So I think the best
but
feeling.
I literally couldn't wake up. Like I would sleep through my alarm every day.
Relatable.
I
I
still
think the best feeling is like when you're like almost out of the melatonin, like sleepy feeling.
and then
Like
you come to wake.
after you wake up, and then you have some coffee that gives that final push out of that sleepy feeling, and you're like, I can function now.
For me, it's no, I don't do this often because I'd get nothing done in a day. But for me, it's waking up to the natural sunlight from my window, which I stared at for 8 minutes.
I used to be able to wake up to the sunlight, but now I can't.
It's so pleasant. You wake up and you're like, I am actually fully refreshed. I'm actually ready to wake up. I do not want to go back to sleep at all. And I'm ready to like do shit today. That only happened to me 3 times in recent memory. Maybe 2.
Yeah.
Maybe 2. And these are months ago.
I'll admit my goal every time I wake up is to not do anything for the day, because like I have like it's during the summer, and more often than not I have time on my hands to sleep in, and I wake up, I stretch, and I sit motionless.
Scroll through
And-
Twitter.
What?
Scroll through Twitter.
I don't
I
use
don't
Twitter.
understand how people
You don't
just
use
stay in
Twitter?
their bed
Wait,
after-
that's something else we have in difference.
I don't use Twitter.
The opposite of common.
What'd you say, Dan?
I don't understand how people can just like not want to get up and just like stay in bed I don't know.
And most of the times I do.
Like,
It's
if I
because
wake
you're fucking tired. You don't feel. It's escapism, is what it is. And I know this because I watch Neon Genesis Evangelion. But
woke up, you're not tired. I
no,
don't know.
no.
When
I
wake
woke
I'm
up and I
not-
feel horrible because I know today I have to do things. I have to deal with problems from yesterday and potentially 3 weeks ago. Hold on. Exactly 2 weeks ago. You know, maybe I had to deal with those problems from exactly 2 weeks ago, you know, and maybe I don't want to deal with those problems, so I want to go back to sleep and then not have to deal with those problems from exactly 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I can 100% relate. You and I are similar in that way.
But the truth is, you shouldn't do that, really, because what does that solve? Nothing.
But it fulfills your desire 100% in that moment.
It fulfills your desire to escape, which is a
Yeah.
bad thing. No, don't do that.
What?
But sometimes
Okay,
you have
escapism
to.
can be.
I would just say
Escapism,
say-
relaxation is healthy. Escapism is not. That is always my mindset.
Escapism is catharsis, which is healthy.
No, relaxation is catharsis. I can play a video game and do it to relax. I haven't been lately, I'll be honest, but I've been doing it to escape lately. But the truth is, escapism is like you're now obsessed over this thing. You're making it more important than your actual life problems. You know, you're putting
But
off things.
you're also fulfilling your dreams, or at
But
least
that's
doing the
like
best you can to do so.
that's like an addiction thing, though. You know, that's like saying I'm fulfilling my immediate need by smoking right now. But
No,
you're not
that's
helping
not
yourself.
escapism. That's material addiction. I'm talking about
No,
like
but it's similar to that, is what I'm saying. Escapism can be just as much an addiction as material things, I think. I mean, I don't know if that's scientifically true.
The
but
psychological definition of an addiction is you require it to function. Like I can't go a day without coffee. Like count me out if I don't have a cup of Joe.
But escapism can be similar to an addiction.
Similar, but not 100%.
Yeah, of course.
It can be addicting because
it's easy.
let's see. This is a thought experiment I pulled on my now ex-girlfriend.
Okay.
So
Lay it on me.
you and I, Frank, are going on a journey.
Where to?
Exactly. You're too realistic.
Okay, then what fantasy realm are we going to?
Fantasy realm, no. Okay, let me give you more.
Sure. I shouldn't have interrupted.
we're going over the hills, past the power lines, and we're gonna chase the sun.
Like a coming of age adventure. Stand by me. This is clearly open-ended on purpose, yes? To do what? Analyze me?
No. Well, I mean, yes, I am analyzing you because
Sure.
I'm analyzing your argument. So
Well, there's no argument. I'm agreeing with you.
Oh, okay, cool. So anyway, so escapism then.
I am arguing
For
about that.
me,
Though.
Yeah, obviously. It can be addicting to me
Right.
because it's like we don't really know those possibilities, and we could make those possibilities, and it could be a lot of fun because spontaneity can be a lot of fun. Like how fun would it be if you unexpectedly got up off your work desk when you were done and then chased the sunset and had a lot of fun doing it? You didn't expect it. It's not.
My mom.
Gotcha.
But no, Rob, I understand what you're saying. You what you're referring to is literally just driving somewhere, like physically escaping. I mean, like escapism can be you put off your problems to watch a show.
Oh yeah, putting up
to
problems
play a
should not be
video
done.
game. Yeah, of course. Escapism, leaving someplace is more of a, I'd argue, commitment issue. You're not committed to the people around you. Perhaps.
No,
It depends on the circumstance.
that's
If
a
you
wild
are,
assumption.
but yeah, I am assuming that. If you are like in a relationship or married and you just choose to drive by yourself somewhere, then that's probably going to be a problem.
Okay, what if you just want to change the scenery? Are you not?
Then you take a
escaping?
vacation. Like, I don't understand. Are you not describing a vacation?
Seeking.
Like packing
Okay.
your things.
Escapism is one of the many reasons to travel. I think you and I are trying to approach the same thing, but from different places.
I guess, yeah, I guess you're right. I don't exactly know what you mean, but like, I can tell that you're right. But like, you know what I mean, right?
Yeah,
like people
I know,
so
I know
often,
what you mean. I know what you mean. You know what I mean. I mean,
yeah,
it's amazing how we don't need words to do it, but something in our brains just clicks.
yeah. And this is why I'll always choose real people over fake people. Thank you. That goes back to our Samsung argument.
Excellent, excellent. We haven't heard a lot from our friend in a while.
Dan?
Dan,
Dan's is chilling.
If you could go anywhere on a vacation right now, to escape, where would you go?
No, to relax.
I would go right back up to Maine where I was all week.
Oh, Maine's beautiful.
It is.
Especially this time.
I'm still going through all my photos and stuff, and I'm just like, it was so nice. I want to go back. I want to live there.
Bet.
I want to live there, like, not do anything. Like, I don't know. I feel like I asked like my sister. I was like, how likely is it, or like, can you see me as being one of those people who just leave civilization, just lives in the woods?
Yes.
And she's just like, yeah, very likely. I'm like,
no, could that be escapism?
Oh,
it depends.
Shit. Okay, I thought about this like my entire life, I guess, because like when I was a kid, like my place to escape was like my grandparents' house in the middle of the woods. They had a 100+ acre Christmas tree farm. So
holy shit.
But like that was like my escape, I guess. Like I wanted to like, I would always like picture, like I was like in elementary school before like they moved, or yeah, it was like I was in like 6th grade when they moved, I think. But I'd always like imagine like just leaving and just living there, and then like being able to like start new, I guess, was always like a big thought for me, I guess.
Interesting how much this ties in. And I would not argue that's escapism exactly. Because
I mean, I don't know. I wanted to leave everything behind, you know.
That, I mean, in a way that's escapism, but for me the major problem is refusing to connect with the real world, you know? And by being in the woods, that's still real. You're just gonna have to probably work a lot harder.
The real world is entirely subjective, in my opinion.
Bullshit. Like I don't know what argument you're trying to pull, but like that's not.
I will say, when you're the argument I'm trying to pull is that your life is what you make it because of what it contains. There is a line that you cross when you're an adult where you get to decide, despite not having all the power, because a lot of us are financially tied to our parents until a certain age. Like there is a line that you cross where it's like, oh shit, if I really wanted to, I could live in the woods, and then that would be the real world of mine.
Well, that's not the argument I thought you were gonna pull, in all honesty. I thought you were gonna do one of those, it's only as real as you perceive it to be. It's just like, no. Like, at what point does metaphysics get stupid?
That's entirely contextual.
Yeah. And people say that if it's like some smart new idea, and it's just like, okay, you read an article once. Good job. Like, and it's like, who are you impressing?
Well,
you're just being weird. And it's like, the real world is real. If I can touch it, it's real. If I can feel it, it's real. Even things like energy are real.
You mean metaphysical?
Yeah, of
I'm
course.
talking about from an experience perspective.
No, I understand that now. I was just going off about my own thing.
Oh
there.
yeah,
But
yeah.
no, you're totally. I agree with you. There comes a point where, you can't. Some people live their life in the back seat. Really, there comes a point where you have to drive. I guess like people aren't going to do things for you your whole life. You got to do it yourself sometimes.
Yeah.
No one's going to live your life for you.
Yeah, you're putting it into a more practical sense. But yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I had something else to say that was kind of related, but I don't know. I forget.
Oh, I'm sorry. I probably babbled too long and then you forgot. What?
The average awkward silence lasts 4 seconds, according to Wikipedia.
It's only awkward if you make it awkward. I feel nothing. I feel no sense of awkwardness.
Well, look,
because we are acquaintances. We are friends.
I'm saying
we are pals.
Wikipedia agreed. All those editors agreed and made that article, and agreed that it was considered awkward, whether you thought so or not. What, are you going to go delete the article because of the way you feel? Nuh-uh.
You know what I will do is choose not to care. Some people underestimate the power of, what is that called?
Giving a fuck.
Well, I know there's like a.
Oh, I thought you were going to be really sarcastic.
No, I still technically am, but like there's a word for it. It means you don't care. Apathetic. Like being apathetic to everything is of course bad, because you should care about the things in your life, but to not care about the things that bother you or the things that are just noise in this world, it's kind of a good deal.
Very much easier said than done.
I do it all the time. I mean, some things are very hard to avoid. Something that hurts you emotionally and makes you grieve is not something you can just ignore. But if someone like says something to you that you don't like, you don't have to pay any more mind to it than like a second.
Again, much more easier said than done, especially for some people. Like in high school,
yeah.
I'll say it right here and now. I was that person.
To care a lot.
Well, yeah.
Well, I mean, I was too, and I think part of that is why I don't care now. If that makes sense, but you can keep going. I'm sorry.
I will say, like, if we were to compartmentalize personalities, I would fall under the category of like borderline people pleaser, and like not completely. Like, I think when stuff happens with friends, it hits closer to home, like versus a stranger on the street.
No, it's very true.
Yeah, so I think like that. Then furthermore, it's practical in a sense because I want to be a teacher, ideally a high school, band director of some sort. And I know what it's like to be in high school and be that really, really sensitive person, where everything dictates your entire life, your entire day. And I want to be able to not only provide, learning
comfort.
And like, and comfort and, when you learn something brand new and your mind opens to it completely, and then you're just in awe of how novel it is and how effective it can be to take it to your mind.
Yeah.
Like I've had so many of those moments with a lot of teachers, and I would kill to be that figure in someone's life, to be really impactful. So
that's very.
So yeah,
I'd say generous even of you to feel that way.
Yeah, because I really want to share the incredible experiences, because learning is more fun than knowing.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah, if you knew everything in the world, you'd want to kill yourself.
But the truth is, teaching may be the most fun of all, you know? Every time I get to tell someone about the largest bony fish is the ocean sunfish, but I mean, it's technically a different type of species now. They discovered a subspecies. I forget what it's called though. But anyway, every time I get to tell someone, they're like, wow, that's cool. Yeah. People don't care anymore, honestly. I'm gonna be real with you. People I
do.
said that to just don't, well, you know, we come from a similar upbringing.
The creeds.
But like some people I said it to just do not give a shit. And that I don't care still. It's a little unfortunate. My mom's yelling at my brother.
Hey Dan,
Meh.
what's your favorite animal?
I don't know.
You don't know?
No, not
That's
really.
entirely preposterous.
I have a go-to, but I don't know if it's my favorite.
Hamster?
No.
What the fuck?
Parrot?
In elementary school, my favorite animal was killer whales.
Oh, apex predator of the entire world. They'll eat anything.
Except for, well, I mean, dolphins. Haven't dolphins killed them before?
No, they eat dolphins.
I don't think so. They eat whales. They eat regular whales. They are dolphins, technically, I think. Yeah, that's it.
I know that dolphins cooperate to kill sharks.
Yeah, but a killer whale, I don't know. Killer whales are intelligent. They're vicious. They'll eat anything. They'll eat
Yes,
otters,
scarily intelligent.
polar bears. They'll eat seals, other whales, other things, I'm sure. Fish, big fish, little fish. Probably not a jellyfish, though. I'd imagine they wouldn't eat a jellyfish.
Yeah, like they're smart enough to know it's dangerous.
But a jellyfish also wouldn't eat one of them. A stalemate, if you will.
Oh, you never know. Well,
I mean, jellyfish don't have too many predators, which is why there's major overpopulating of them.
Sea turtles.
like if there was a huge colony of Portuguese man-o-war and
Are they colony fish? Colony whatever? They're not even jellyfish, aren't they? They're like they're
siphonophores.
Yeah.
Let's say we magically have a crowd of them.
Okay.
I think. Oh wait, shit. Orcas have blubber, don't they?
Yeah, they definitely do.
Is it resistant to stings?
To stings? I don't know.
I know hammerhead sharks are, which is another reason why they're so badass.
But even if they weren't resistant to stings, a Portuguese man-of-war to eat an orca? Orcas are heavy. You know, they'd have to...
Ooh.
Yeah, you know?
Well,
that's more of a...
If there was a colony large enough of them, perhaps the buoyancy of the Portuguese man-o-wars would be able to lift it. But then that would be unrealistically large.
Yeah. But
it's like how many party balloons can lift you? You would need thousands. Hundreds, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Did I insult you?
No, I'm actually so light.
No, I'm joking.
Do you guys want weight reveal? Frank weight reveal in the Rob?
Yeah, why not? Why not? Spit it.
I forget.
Come on, dude.
It's like 130.
For what?
It's like 130-ish. It varies.
Believe you.
What do you mean you don't believe me?
I don't believe you.
That's 130?
You can't be 130.
Why not?
I don't believe it.
It might be 138. I don't remember.
Okay, there's the truth. There's the truth.
I don't remember.
I got the truth out of
It's between 120 and 140.
Between 120. So, okay. I see.
I've been working out actually.
Oh,
that thing needs to be there. I know. It's not even big, but it needs to be there. I have nothing else to talk about.
Wow. Do you really work out?
Yeah, of course. It's nothing
awesome.
large. It's like at most 25 pounds on a dumbbell. Dumbbell.
A dumbbell is dumb.
I don't do barbells. I'm scared of that. It is what it is.
I'm fearful that my metabolism will catch up to me, which is entirely likely. So I had better start doing like some setups or something.
Oh yeah, workouts are. I'm a little jiggly down there myself, and I have been working out. I mean, everyone is. Everyone is. You can't avoid it because you drink water, and then it's just your stomach is full of water.
Unless you're like a bodybuilder, right?
Well, they kind of dehydrate.
No way. Really?
Yeah. Well, they either dehydrate or overhydrate because either one will get water out of your body, and that's like abs aren't visible unless your body doesn't have a lot of water in it. I want to say that's probably true.
Unless you're very defined.
Well, yeah. Well, you need to be defined, and the water needs to be out. Is what it is. It's true. And what helps with that, if you want to know, is that the water stays in your body when you eat more salt and sugar because of osmosis. So a lot of the times, cutting down on food like that will work. It's never the solution to drink less water, I want to say. In fact, even drinking more water will dilute the salt and sugar if need be. And then you look more defined.
You know what's interesting?
What's that?
Life in the desert. Like people needed salt because it was hydrating. Like they could use salt to retain water.
I know.
Speaking of the desert, I find that it's a very basic story behind Indian Pale Ale IPA. It's simply ale or an alcohol of some sort that traveled across the desert, and they couldn't keep it cold enough for too long, so it changed in flavor. And when it got to its destination, it became a whole new beverage.
It fermented or some shit.
Maybe, but it's made to taste that way ever since that happened.
Was it better than the original?
That's entirely subjective.
Did they like it better than the original?
Ooh, now I can put in the clip right now.
That is for you to decide.
So that clip was like, that is for you to decide.
Yes.
Because it's really like some people would taste it and be like, hey, I like it. Others like you would taste alcohol and be like, I don't like alcohol.
I mean, I don't drink at all. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Look at you.
I think I'm better off for it.
Yeah, I think so too. You know how much money you're saving?
I don't judge anyone. I don't judge anyone who drinks at all. I want that to be known. But I'm saving money how?
You're saving money right now just by not doing it. Just by not drinking.
Well, I'm saving money by not going to McDonald's right now too. So, I mean,
you're saving more money by not buying alcohol.
Could you imagine?
Because guess what? A six-pack of beer is the same price as a large McDonald's meal.
How much is that? I never order a large meal.
Actually, it's more expensive than a large meal. So, a six-pack of beer, a six-pack of an IPA, like something that's like 6 to 8% alcohol by volume, something that'll really make me a lightweight, fucked up after one can. Yeah, believe it or not. That can go for that. That'll run you 13, 14 bucks.
That means a McDonald's large meal is like 10.
Yeah, so you're saving more money by not drinking.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't go to McDonald's very often. I usually, if I'm getting fast food, I'm gonna go like Wendy's, you know. But when I go to McDonald's, I get like a medium fry and then 20-piece nugget to split with someone else, and I eat maybe 5 of them. You know.
Yeah, My eyes are famously, like
Bigger
anyone
than
who's
your
ever had a
stomach.
meal with me, my eyes are famously larger than my stomach.
Mhm.
Like I'll take like 3 fairly sized bites and then I'll put down my utensils and I'll be like, oh, I'm done. And
I
then
gotta sneeze.
okay.
You could have kept. You could have kept going. I would have listened to you while I was sneezing.
Well, I know. I wanted to really
You
make a
kept your sound
spectacle
on.
out of it.
No, I don't leave my sound on this room.
What do you mean? Here, I'll
Why
sneeze
would I?
right now.
She's lying.
Uh,
You can't force a sneeze unless
if I
you're like
could, that would be
feathering your
cool.
nose. It would be cool. Not many people do that. People can do burps. People can do.
Because you know that little feeling of ecstasy before a sneeze? You're like,
It's more anticipation, and
but it feels great.
I don't think so. I think it feels painful.
Painful? Are you talking
Yeah.
before, like pre or post sneeze?
Before.
Before?
Because it's literally the feeling of something stuck in like your sinus.
Well, not really stuck. I mean, your
Well, I
body
mean, what,
recognizes, like, you can't
foreign
feel the
object?
foreign particles. Yeah, they're quite small, but your brain's like, listen, we got to launch them. We got to hit the red button. We got to propel.
Yeah. I don't like it very much, especially when it gets stuck there.
Oh my God. Like when you sneeze and then you feel like nothing happens. And then your brain's like, oh, we got to sneeze again.
Well, that or you almost sneeze, but it doesn't happen at all.
Oh my God.
So you don't like
Sucks.
that feeling?
I like the feeling of ecstasy. I just don't like it when I don't sneeze.
I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, yeah, sure. What was I talking about anyway?
I wish I remember.
So we were talking. Oh yeah, McDonald's and alcohol.
Oh,
And
yeah,
saving money.
McDonald's. And then your eyes are smaller, bigger.
Smaller than my stomach, bigger than my stomach. You're messing me up, dude.
I didn't do that on purpose, I promise.
But yeah, I would put my utensils down. I'd be like, I'm done. And the person I'm meeting with would be like, really? You can finish that? And I'm like, no, I can't finish that. My eyes are bigger than my stomach. And then everyone hears about it because I never stop talking about how my eyes are bigger than my stomach. Did you know that my eyes are bigger than my stomach?
For me, I'm trying to prevent an aggressive on the toilet session, so to speak. Because if I eat too much, it's going to be liquid. And that's just the unfortunate truth.
Oh my God. Like your body can turn chocolate milk into pee. Think about that for a second.
Well, it's taking the water out.
Isn't that amazing?
Well, you know, milk is actually a liquid in a liquid. It's water and something else. I forget. It's like an emulsion. That's what they call it.
Yeah. Like, you know, when have you ever tried microwaving milk and there's a film of like fat or whatever it's called on top?
Yeah, yeah.
I was so interested by that.
It was, yeah.
Have you ever watched Invincible or Rick and Morty?
No.
Really?
Like,
Oh,
I know
okay.
of them each, but
I think you would like them. Rick and Morty is very cleverly written.
yeah.
I'd be hard pressed to find someone who doesn't, you know, thoroughly enjoy the way it's all built, constructed.
Not to play devil's advocate.
Oh my God.
I've only seen one episode.
Like the first one?
No, just a random one. I don't remember.
I've never seen it.
I'm not a fan of like adult cartoons. I'm just not like into it. A lot of times there's too much.
I just don't.
You just don't what?
Yeah. Right?
I don't watch TV.
Oh, well, that's fair.
Like, I don't watch shit.
I don't like when they
I don't
put
know.
like gore. I don't get as crazy as I used to about this stuff, but I know for a fact Rick and Morty has like body parts sometimes, and I know Invincible does.
Yeah, oh
Christ.
my God. Invincible is so gory. It's unbelievable.
I could not handle it, honestly.
I could not. Like I get quite queasy, and it's like my whole life I've tried to be like, come on, tough it up, man up, but it's just like
You don't
can't.
have to tough it up. Because when are you going to see a gut in your life? You're not a doctor. You don't plan to be a doctor, I don't think.
I can go to a mirror, I can take my shirt off.
That's a good
That was
punchline.
that was a joke. That was a
Yeah.
punchline. Yeah. But like, yeah, you make a good point. The last time I did any of that was when I dissected a fetal pig in my senior year of high school.
Yeah, I'm so glad I got out of that.
Oh my
Our school
God.
like lost the budget for that. Like the year I went into
Oh my God. Good on you.
AP bio.
I mean,
They have to dissect a worm even.
oh my God.
Not a frog, which is fortunate. I really like frogs. Not a shark. I hear some people do sharks.
You see, I don't like that. Like sharks are, you might as well call them endangered, because they are. And why take the babies and dissect them?
Maybe they got them in a lab. I don't know. I doubt they get them from the ocean.
They're all from lab. They're all
yeah.
Okay.
And they're all probably the stillborn ones, honestly. For being completely honest here. If it's like a pig, I want to say that would have been dead anyway. Or like a cat even.
Yeah, I don't know why they do the cats. Fuck that.
That's too real. Yeah. Like even a pig, that's a mammal. And I feel empathy for spiders. I see. Even I try to take them outside, but they don't cooperate.
They're not very intelligent.
Yeah. I mean,
I would like them to be.
Would you though?
Yeah, never mind.
What kind of intelligent?
So like
sentient?
the kind of no. The last thing we need are self-aware spiders.
Like dog?
Like metacognitive, introspective arachnids. MIA.
What if we had
the typical Tuesday?
What if we had self-aware
hamsters? You said.
Like strudel.
They would they would probably just keep doing what they're doing.
No, they'd be pissed.
Yeah.
They're in a cage. They'd be pissed off.
Oh yeah, they would.
What other animals even self-aware? Monkeys?
Dolphins?
Yeah, dolphins.
Elephants.
I'd argue if anyone is, it's dolphins.
Yeah. What do you think? Octopi?
Octopi are up there. I heard that apparently octopi are an alien mutation of squid.
Distant.
No, literally alien. Like I read an article that apparently they hypothesize some circles, not highly respected circles, evidently, but some circles hypothesize that a meteor or something crashed onto space with a microbe that was like injected into squids, rapidly evolving them into octopi.
That's so fucking cool.
It fucked if true though, but cool I guess. But also, what are the odds of that being true? I want to say not entirely likely, but
if
there
that's
are.
The reality, I'm gonna love octopi way more.
Well, squids are always going to be my favorite. In fact, cuttlefish almost. I mean, cuttlefish aren't the smartest ones.
Really. I'd argue they're pretty intelligent.
No, I mean, but compared to the other ones, I just like that they glow to confuse crabs, and I like that they're cute. They're the cutest.
Are they bioluminescent?
Ones. I don't know if they're bioluminescent as much as they just change their color rapidly.
Okay, yeah, I was about to say. Dude, there's this really cool video of this. I believe mollusk is the word.
Yeah.
And they were asleep and dreaming, and they turned really cool patterns of black and white and brown. Yeah, it was dreaming.
Was it a squid? Or
I believe so. It was either a mimic octopus or a cuttlefish.
Interesting. I find it fascinating that every single aspect of their body is able to change in just any way they want.
I know,
It's-
right? And then meanwhile, we're here and we don't have any
We are
superpowers.
we are so static
Dude, yeah,
compared
like
to octopi.
we have massive intelligence as animals, but
That's
other
it.
than that, we have mortgages, bills, like
Like our intelligence is what carries us as a species. We're not incredibly strong compared to other species.
yeah.
Even at a peak performance, we don't have sharp teeth or claws. We can run for a long time, but we can't do it particularly incredibly fast. I guess our biggest upsides are our intelligence and the fact that we like use energy
Oh,
efficiency in our
and
body.
disposable thumbs. I mean
Oh yeah, well,
opposable thumbs.
yeah, opposable thumbs is like well,
I
and
said
like front-facing eyes and two ears and communication and bipedalism, I guess. I mean, there's so many things when you get down to it, but like a chimp could be bipedal if they wanted to fucking. Chimps have thumbs.
It's like I think it's really funny because we have all of this intelligence, but for what? Like, people like me look up to like hammerhead sharks and Caribbean reef sharks. They have the ability to just sit still because they have a special muscle that allows water to flow over their gills so they don't have to move.
That's insane.
So they're the only shark that can sit still.
That's almost dangerous.
Almost, but they've evolved.
No, I
that.
mean dangerous for other things.
For other things?
Yeah, it can hide in plain sight.
Yeah. But it's not really aggressive.
Well, I mean it's a shark, but that's after all.
Hammerheads are sharks, but there have been little fatalities in human history.
No, I don't mean humans. I meant fish.
Oh, yeah, for fish, yeah.
Yeah, fish are fucked when a shark comes around. What fish can take a shark? I mean, sharks are fish, but what fish could take a shark?
You fight fire with fire. Only other sharks, you know?
But
Unless
do
you're a
sharks-
Goliath grouper.
A Goliath grouper is big enough to not get eaten by a shark. They're like 3 feet. 4, maybe?
No, 6.
6? Oh, I'm thinking of a different type of grouper then.
They're called Goliath groupers because they're the
Because
largest.
they're the biggest grouper.
sometimes.
I mean,
Yeah.
you hear grouper and you're like, well, that's the big fish that's in the coral reef.
Oh, what's another friggin' big one? We got gars.
Like an ocean sunfish don't get eaten by sharks. They don't get eaten by nothing, really. They just sit there.
Oh, seals. Seals take bites of them.
Oh yeah, seals take bites, but they don't even like kill them. It's almost brutal.
They're like a chip, a Dorito.
Oh, that's fucked up. Ocean sunfish are my favorite fish.
You're like they don't do anything, but they're my favorite.
Well, yeah, they're just shaped so weird.
They are shaped really fascinatingly.
Fascinating.
I think that's the reason why I like hammerhead sharks. It's just their uniqueness.
Yeah, almost
Like-
alien.
Yeah, I mean, like nature came up with that, and they've evolved these cephalofoils.
Well, I wouldn't say nature came up with that. Nature more rolled the dice. You know, Yahtzee. We got a hammerhead shark.
It was nature's intention, actually. No, I will argue nature came up with that. Mother Nature was like, I want to make this too.
Yeah. Okay. The oarfish, the giant
orchid,
squid,
the guitar fish,
the guitar fish. Oh my god, I have not thought about guitar fish in so long.
the sawtooth shark,
The sawtooth shark.
the wabagong.
It waves its little face around to cut fish in half and then eat them. Isn't that
Isn't that
insane?
fucking cool? And its teeth are on the side.
It's like how, like, you know, teeth are just modified fish scales.
Is that so?
Yeah, even up to humans. Isn't that fucking crazy? Because we were fish at one point. You know, in the womb, the embryo becomes like different things
Oh
before
my
a human.
god, so our teeth used to be fish scales?
Yeah. Well, I mean, in the strictest sense, not technically, but like evolutionarily wise, yeah. The first teeth were fish scales in the mouth.
Bro, oh my god.
It's like how hair and nails
I
are
can
made
talk
from the
about
same thing.
evolutionary biology all day.
Yeah, I mean, I took a class, of course. I don't remember a lot of things. All I remember is dinosaurs and birds, same thing. Dinosaurs are more related to birds than they are lizards. And then, what else we got? Sharks, fish in general, they evolved fins for like torque as if it were like a fucking airplane.
No,
That's insane to think about.
wait, what animal?
Sharks,
Oh, right, yeah.
just in general. Because sharks are like one of the first fish. Because they didn't have bones yet. They still don't have bones, really.
Yeah,
They
they're
ought to get on that.
cartilaginous.
Nah, they're doing fine without bones, let's be honest. And then, what else? Like, I know the whole evolutionary tree now. Like, you got worms.
The whole one.
Yeah, you got, like
And
worms.
who's our
and
common
then-
ancestor?
Compared to what?
Well, who's the first?
Who's the first? Like, amoebas and shit, really. Protozoans. And then,
But I'm saying like, in the evolutionary tree, like science, like there's a lot we don't know, obviously, but there's also like a big. It's like every discovery raises more questions than answers.
yeah. Yeah, that's kind of true. I know what bilateral symmetry is, I guess. You have two sides of your body. We are bilaterally symmetrical. Most animals are. But like a starfish, nah, that's a different kind of symmetry. You know, that's like 5 symmetries.
5 symmetries.
Yeah, I forget what they call it. Animals that have a definitive front and back were not a thing for a long time. Isn't that crazy? Think about it. I mean,
So they were the same all around?
yeah, I mean, does a jellyfish have a front and a back?
Oh, good point.
Yeah, it's insane to think about. Like, they have a top and a bottom, I guess. But they weren't like a lizard where you got the nose and you got the tail, you know?
Bro, that's so amazing.
I know. It makes you think. Like, things were random. Things this just happened. It just
Okay,
made sense.
question, do you believe
Yeah.
in the lizard brain theory?
What is the lizard brain theory?
Oh my god. Amazing. The lizard brain theory is that like back in the day, quote unquote, we used to be like reptilian, like the reptilian brain, like that we have this little reptilian brain that's all like we have to eat and we have to have sex and we have to do this and we have to do that. And then we have like higher order thinking, that's like the primate brain. So there's the primate brain that encases
The lizard brain?
the lizard brain, the reptilian brain.
Have they found physical evidence of a smaller brain within our brain?
Listen, dude, this is just a thing. I have no idea. Okay, you can Google it. It's a very popular theory.
Well, I just think that every animal is going to have base instincts.
Oh, the debate is whether or not we came at all from lizards.
Yeah, of course. Did we? How far back are we talking? Because mammals come from reptiles, but we come from like primates. You know?
Here's another question:
Yeah.
is the lizard brain still in our brain, like still contained
probably.
within us?
Look, there are parts of amphibians that are still in this. So
maybe.
I mean, we still have teeth. You know, it's kind of fucked. You know, part of the reason we have disease is because we are just worms with like parts taped on in a certain way. You know, because they were just evolving from the most basic thing. Now we're here, and it's like, well, if one thing breaks, we're fucked. Sometimes.
Explain more. Like, I understand the worm part because we don't have a lot of hair.
No, I meant because worms, you evolve worms, eventually get a human. You also eventually get an owl or a fish or anything else, but sometimes you'll get a human. And my point being, there are parts of us left over from all of these things we evolved from that are actually detrimental sometimes. And I forget the specific example, but there's like a
Vestibular,
the what?
vestibular organs.
Yeah, kind of like that, but like vestibular DNA.
Oh shit.
Like there's some coding stuff from like tadpoles that are in our DNA or something like that. That like fuck something up in our ears. I'm talking on my ass right now. I don't remember, but I read a book on it in high school. I probably still have that book somewhere. It's called, I don't remember, but it talks about evolution.
What does this have to do with disease?
Well, because disease is a lot of the times, like I'm talking like genetic disease, like when your DNA fails you, so to speak. It can be sometimes because of these old things from other animals. And I encourage, if you're
Oh.
watching this and you want to learn more about this, actually look it up. Don't just take my word for it because I really don't remember. But like, like, you know, because, things evolve. It's like patch updates for your favorite online game. Eventually, sometimes things break just because of the new stuff being added.
Oh. So
Yeah.
you're saying for millions of years it was probably like there's still unresolved, like imperfect,
Mhm.
bro. Oh my, I don't think I'll sleep tonight. I think I'll be up
No,
all
well,
night.
no, you're in very good health. I mean,
But I could be better.
look, no one to create a perfect life form is like some alien plot where they come to Earth and like transform people or some shit. So I wouldn't worry about it, is what I'm saying.
Theories suggest we're still in the middle of evolution.
Well, everything's in the middle of evolution.
What do you think is next?
Big eyes.
Which brings us back to Microsoft Sam. I
Yeah.
mean, Samsung Sam.
Sam. Microsoft
Like,
Sam is the text-to-speech guy.
hello, Frank. Nice to
Oh
meet
god.
you.
Some
Microsoft
Bonzi buddy
Sam.
shit.
What?
Bonzi buddy.
Bye.
Now,
Expandong.
yeah, exactly.
All right. I think this is a great point to end off.
Yeah. Life is
Very much-
amazing. I talked
what?
a lot of shit today, but I enjoy everything.
Yeah,
Most
viewership
things.
might be maintained because of you, because you're the conflict of this episode.
I'm the evil one.
Yeah, you're the antagonist because you're antagonizing us.
I have the evil mustache.
Look, he's got the mustache and everything. Jeez.
If only it would upturn. Now that would look weird on me.
Well, looks like you got to grow it a bit.
It's already itchy as hell. I want to get rid of this as soon as I can.
Yeah,
And I only can't because my brother wants to make a rap battle where I'm King Henry. Because I have the fucking beard. I'm the only person who knows who has a beard.
All right, Dan, any final words before we stop recording?
Nope.
I got nothing either.